Welcome back to Top Dogs. In this episode, we will be discussing an interesting subject about mental health. But before we get to that, you may have noticed some changes within our group. Unfortunately, Conrad is no longer with us. He wanted to take another pursuit in his career, and that's okay. We do support him in his endeavors. And if Conrad does see this video, just know that whatever you do, we hope that you're happy.
Yeah, and the main thing too is we want Conrad to be happy with what he wants to do. So we will always support Conrad in his decision. And we're always going to be friends with Conrad too. Like, this has not changed our minds at all about Conrad.
Yes, and that is the truth. It looks like, Whiplash is having some tracking issues right now.
Full body is great until you start yoinking yourself, and
it almost did.
Yeah, it almost. Oh my god. I love full body, but stop. Jesus. Do I have to like back up further so both base stations can see me? I'm getting tired of this. No, I guess not.
Oh, I'm waiting on him. Oh, there he goes. That's where'd he go?
Oh my god.
He disappeared into the wall, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd he go? Oh,
For
there
real,
he is.
Though. For real though, these base stations. For real, they can't track and it's like it's right here. Is the base station is looking at my tracker, and then I sit down at a chair with the arms up.
I'm just waiting for you to fly again.
I am too. I'm just waiting for a tracker to go yoink.
Well,
and arms down.
And
okay.
Relax. Okay. Now let's get back to what we were doing. But yes, so right now it's down just to two of us, me and Whiplash, and that's okay. We still have no idea if we're gonna have another person in it, or it's just gonna be the two of us from the rest of the time.
Of course, but that's a decision that we'll probably be talking about over the next couple of weeks to see what our decision might be on this situation. But in the meantime, you get to enjoy the angel and devil of the show, the wholesome and lewd person.
It's like the dark side and the light side in Star Wars.
Exactly. So, the Jedi and the... Look, I don't watch Star Wars much. Yeah, it's a Sith. Jedis and the Sith. Look, I haven't watched Star Wars in like 10 years.
Okay. What else have we? Oh, yes, we also have a couple of more changes in this map. Well, besides the obvious of our new logo, we also have remotes that we can use to control the little TV that we have. Of course, you guys can't see them from our point of view, but we have a TV that is displayed on the ceiling so we can watch it from here. But you can also watch what we're watching from this screen as well. Yeah, made a few changes along the way here, that's the good note. But anyways, on the topic of hand, mental health. Furries seem to be going through a lot of mental health, but not just furries, but people around the world go through mental health all the time. But it's very focused on within our community, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, mental health. I mean, in my reasoning, I feel like at least everyone has some kind of mental problems. Oh my god. And not just, people you may see who are not furries. Like, I feel like, yeah, majority of furries do have, like, mental health. I mean, to be fair, I feel like all of us in some way have one. Yeah.
We all do, yes.
And that's okay. And honestly, it's great to talk about your, if you have any issues with friends or close friends or, just trying to get it out there. Like, it's always... I feel like it's always a good situation if you have something wrong and you just want to explain it to someone. Just get it out there, because talking with someone usually can ease that, stress level that you may have with that situation. Like, I feel the most common one among furries is anxiety or depression.
I do agree with that, yes. How I would approach the situation in terms of mental health issues, depending on how severe and bad it is, I always would recommend that these people would go look for professional help. Because sometimes your friends don't always know the answer to your problem, besides a person that is professionally trained to do this. They went to school for this, of course. So yes, if you do have severe depression, well, not depression, mental issues, you should go seek a professional because that's what they're trained to do.
I mean, that's the truth, is you should see a professional about this. But the reason why I say, like, if you have such a, problem with any of this, like, I know that a professional will always be the best choice to go to, but, expensive bills, like, and people can't really afford to go to them. So, second best option is, talk with your friends about it. And I mean, I know they didn't go to school, they don't have a bachelor's, master's in psychology or whatever else may be as a major for these sort of situations. But
you do need to have a PhD to be a psychologist, yes.
okay, well, PhD, okay. But, not everyone can afford, like, a psychiatrist, and that's what you really should go for, if you have these sort of situations.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, not everyone can afford one, so the second best option would talk with your friends. Usually, most of your friends will always be there with you and, help you through your tough situations, tough times that you may have with this.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why this subject is brought up today was actually because of a video I made, I believe, a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago. I'm not sure, but
With
my
your sister?
yeah, my sister has been going through a lot of things right now. She's still currently in development of trying to get better. She's seeking professional help, which is good. But as you know, to keep my privacy for my family and for their sake, I will not be talking about what she's going through. Just know that, on a positive note, that with your guys' videos, and I've seen comments, I've seen, again, videos of people wishing my little sister to get well, and I do appreciate that, all of you, and that means the world to me. I didn't expect it the way it turned out to be, but it reached out pretty good, in my opinion. So yes, again, thank you to everybody who's followed me and then reached out when I needed the help to help my sister. It meant a lot to her, and she did see the videos. Hell, you guys made my mom cry. And of course she did too. So that's on a good note as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad people were able to make videos to help your sister through her rough times.
Yeah, usually I don't ask for people for help. As you know, I don't really talk about my personal life on social media.
No, but I know. But it's just, you care about your sister, so you wanted something to maybe, help her. Like just having some warm, heartwarming videos.
As a person that doesn't like to be in a situation where I know I can't help them, I feel like I still feel like I need to help them. So I thought the best way I could do it was doing what I did with that video. So that helped out a lot, and it turned out really good. Still, it's a long recovery for her.
Of course, this is one of those, issues where, unfortunately, it's a very long healing process. But hopefully everything works out for her, and she'll heal, properly through this time being. But I do wish her the best of luck, and you as well.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. All of you, I do thank everybody. But I wanted to ask you if you're comfortable with talking about this, and that is, have you ever went through a situation for you, like a mental situation with yourself or with somebody you knew, like a family or a friend?
So, Friend wise, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to think of a couple situations because on my end, the only like sort of mental problem that I went through
Mhm.
is when my job was stressing me out so much that it kind of like, in a way, broke me. This is the reason why I started going to the gym and all the other stuff and started doing content creation. I've never actually ever explained this on one of my videos, but there was this 1 month that my job was stressing me out so much, but for some reason it like turned something inside my mind, inside my brain,
Mhm.
and it switched me around like 180 degrees, and I just started doing this content creation and started losing weight, like caring about my physical appearance and actually getting healthy. It's
Mhm.
like that's not like as like a mental like issue. It's just something more along
Mhm.
stress lines. But my friends though, yeah, I've had to help them through quite a few, mental walls, or however you would say that. I
Mhm.
know a few. They mostly have depression, so usually anytime I talk with them about anything they may have, and like one of my friends has depression badly because he grew up in a very religious household, to say the least, and he was always denied who he or she wants to truly be because she is transgender.
Okay.
So, I talk with her basically like every week about the situation. Just just know that she has friends around. Like she has me and 6 of my other close friends that she can always be around. They will always care for
Mhm.
her. Because something like what she is, a transgender, especially in my area of the United States, is still looked upon as a why are you doing this? Why are you this way? Why do you want to be this? Because it's still looked up as a, mental disability. Because, people in my area still haven't, gotten with the new age. They're still thinking about old times where it's male and female and that should be it.
Yeah.
So,
Never
yeah,
be
I spend
ashamed of
most
who
of my
you are.
time. Oh, yeah, of course. That's the one thing, especially from today. And never buy
And
HTC
there he goes.
trackers. Never buy HTC trackers. God damn it. So tired of these things. We're trying to have a serious talk. We're trying to have a serious conversation, and trackers go brrrr all the way over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. But what was another thing? Also, I've seen this a lot, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this a lot as well, from content creators as well, especially in the TikTok and Twitch. They deal with a lot of stress too, and it is very mentally hard for them sometimes
It's
because
mentally
some of
draining, that's for
them
sure.
like to. Oh yeah, it's mentally draining, but it's also have to come to that realization that you cannot always make everybody happy. Um, the thing is, I already went into content creating knowing that already, but there's still some people out there, who try their best to make everyone happy, and people don't realize sometimes it's not worth, doing that. You can't always make everybody happy because then you're not really, being your true self.
No,
Um,
that's absolutely true.
uh,
Because always there's gonna be people who have a different opinion about the videos you make. Like people have different opinions about the videos I make, but I'm going to be myself. I just usually if it's someone who maybe just questioning the content, I'll just give them a short answer. Be nice. Just be not inclusive. Whatever the word is called. Just tell them the truth. Just be like, this is my true self. This is what I normally do.
but as you were saying,
Yeah. So, normally just the real thing is just people who don't like your content, mainly if it's in your comment section of any of your videos that you may, make, that you may post. Just,
Mhm.
talk to that person. Just tell them like, hey, this is just what I do. This is what I love doing. If if you don't like it, then that's perfectly fine. I accept, criticism. Like, that's one thing to take from is like accepting criticism, because as Fiction said, you're never going to make anyone happy. And if you try to make everyone happy, then you're not going to be happy, because the content you make, usually represents yourself and who you are. That's usually where the better side of yourself comes out.
Some people don't always like a grumpy, aggressive husky.
People actually think you're like really angry, which is funny.
I'm always, well, that's kind of the persona I put on. It's not really me. I transformed it into like, yeah, I try my best to be a positive person. Like, but how could I make it stand out? Well, just being angry, take a negative and put it into a positive kind of thing. Yeah.
Aggressive positive or positivity, which is honestly aggressive positivity is the best, honestly.
Yes, I try my best.
People are not
to.
expecting it. Oh no, you pull it off very well, and it's like how I do a lot of questionable and suggestive videos. That's not me all the time. I am somewhat suggestive and questionable, but most of the videos I post, like half of them are, and then half of them aren't. But, that's me being me, because that's what I really am. Now, some videos sometimes, goes out of the ordinary every once in a while, but that's usually it.
Have you, like, speaking of another thing on mental health, have you ever, like, read comments that people are depressed, and sometimes you go out of your way to send them a friendly reminder that, everything will be okay? Have you ever done a video like that?
Have I? Okay, I'm only trying to think because I have so many videos now. I can't remember if I have. I want to say I have at least done one. But I cannot remember for the life of me. If not, then of course I'll definitely make one, because everyone needs to know that they're all special in their own way. No matter how hard circumstances may be at the moment, that you're special to someone, no matter who.
Yeah, of course. Me personally, I never have made a video coming forward and said, things will get better. I've always just messaged them, usually by private DMs, or I leave a comment down telling that everything is going to be okay and that you're awesome and things like that. And usually it's towards smaller content creators, and it means a lot to them, so that helps a little bit as well.
Oh yeah, I still,
for the record, think there is some small content creators out there that deserve way more than what they're getting.
Oh, that's 100% true. I will say I do like TikTok's new update they have recently, where you can actually have people like message you now that you're not following or friends with. So just in case situations like that come up, maybe just message them, like go into a private DM and just message them directly.
Yeah.
Maybe just talk on a singular level instead of like in a comment section on one of your videos. Like make it more personal, make it more direct with them.
And it's okay if you cannot always help your friends with a certain mental issue, because you can't. You can always, be honest with them about it, but you would just give them the advice, like I said, professional help, and who knows what they're doing, because sometimes, like we said, we don't know the answer to the problem. Let's see. What else have we missed? Yeah, this was more a very personal episode, that's for sure. Mental health usually is not the topic we usually have, but I guess, since this is a very personal episode and it was my idea to bring up mental health because of my sister, I'm doing my best to, come up with talks for it.
No, you're doing good, Fiction. I mean, this is definitely one of those hard subjects to talk about, because, like you were saying earlier, it's going to be one of those people who, kind of agree to disagree with what we're talking about, because, I mean, we're not professionals either in this subject, but like I said myself, it's always good to talk about it, because keeping it down inside yourself, or keeping it up in here and not, just explaining with someone or just talking with someone about it, is never good. Because, like, in my way of putting it, a mental health is like a demon, and it's clawing at you the entire time, trying to make you do something irrational or do something, that could possibly hurt you. And it's always good to talk about it because those around you who care about you, who want you to be safe and who wants you to actually, get help, will talk with you about it and give you their advice.
And bullying is also a major problem with, within the furry community, not just from people outside of it, but within as well.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And it can definitely be a mental problem too, as well. And
it's
people on social media, they can be very cruel at times.
Cruel at times is an understatement. It's like people who try to come onto TikTok or YouTube and try to just be a content creator who wants to get maybe get their name out there or just enjoy doing love doing what they they want to do what they love, and they make a video, they post it, and then you get these people who may either be furry or non-furry just come to their comment section and just slander you for absolutely no good reason, just because they want to, because like in my honest opinion, they're just complete assholes. And they like seeing people hurt more than actually be healthy. And those are the types of people that I stay away from.
So in terms of what I can give advice to people who suffer through this kind of mental problem, because I know how mentally frustrating that can be, I myself have experienced this 3 times. Wasn't the first time I've ever been, slandered. My advice to you people who go through that, it is best to just let them talk all they want, and just ignore it. It's easier said than done, right? Sometimes, but I've learned that it is way more helpful to ignore it and still be yourself while it's happening, because eventually they get tired of, trying to get your attention. And eventually just falls apart for them and it doesn't work. Because as long as you know who you are, you're going to be okay. No matter what.
Exactly. And speaking of what he's talking about, I'm not telling you guys it's not a self-promotion, but if you go look at the comment section on my YouTube shorts, you will see what he's talking about. Almost every single comment on my shorts is something slandering me in general, just because of who I am. Guaranteeing every single one of them is kids or people who may be just hate furries in general. But I just ignore them. I don't care about them because all they're just trying to do is say the same thing over and over again. It's like, you fatherless, get a job, grow up. All this other slander that they use for furry hate. But the most important thing is just to ignore it. Like, this is not actual criticism. It's just they hate you because of what you enjoy doing as a hobby. So, never let that default you.
I remember one time there was a person who did come up to me and try to use Bible verses on them. And I do remember making a video a long time ago, maybe like 1.5 years ago. And I basically went after that person, that religious person, without really any malicious intent, but to explain in his own beliefs why what you're doing is wrong.
Go ahead.
Now, if somebody can find that video, you will know exactly what I'm talking about, but you have to look very deep in my TikTok to find that video.
So it's that far back. My thing about religion is just let people do what they want to do. If they want to be religious, go ahead. If they don't want to be, go ahead. Just don't try to force people into doing something they don't want to do. That's my only set on it.
Yeah, believe it or not, Mormons are one of the nicest people I've ever met in religion. It's hard to be mean to them.
I mean, no, because they're
so
also
nice.
kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some, is it Mormons? I'm trying to think. There's a farm, near me that's ran by Mormons.
You're talking about the Amish?
It's not Amish. It's not full Amish because they have, I can't remember what it is. It's a belief. They believe in some things. like olden time things, like farms and stuff
That's
like that, growing your own
that's
food and
Amish.
such. Is it Amish? Okay, but they still drive vehicles and
Okay,
such.
yes. Amish drive wagons on a horse, but
Well, yeah, but
you and your
there's
himbo
difference. Like,
brain.
well, you can't think of it either, so we're both dumb.
No, I didn't. I know what Amish is. I used to
Yeah,
buy
but
butter from
okay.
them all the time.
Yeah, but
I'm not
Amish,
gonna tell what I
believe.
bought that butter for, though.
Oh my god, the way you
I
say that
promise
way,
it's for
Jesus.
toast.
Was it for toast?
Yes, it was for toast.
I don't believe him.
But butter is good.
Yeah,
It's very
butter
good on
is
toast.
good, but it's the way you explained it. Oh, it's like, oh, I
Very
bought butter.
slick.
Yes, it's got oil in it.
Awkward silence.
Of course it's slick. No, but I can't remember what they're called, but it's they have they're like half Amish and half something else. They have technology, like they have electricity and vehicles and some mechanical stuff like that we use in modern times, but they still have the same like outfits and dresses they use in Amish life and grow their own stuff. Amish just practically have no modern technology. They just have, food, water they grow themselves, and wagons and horses.
Water.
Yes,
Water.
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 How did we get
Water.
from mental health to Amish people? Oh my god.
To water. Now we're on the subject of water. But to be
Yes,
honest with you,
water.
but those Amish kids, those kids work way harder than we do. I gotta give them props for that. God, I remember
Oh,
them working
absolutely.
on I think they were working on the crops and out in the sun in Kentucky, and it is rough out there. I don't know how they do it.
It's interesting. Like the Amish are the most versatile people because they have to know carpentry, they have to know farming, they have to know like landscaping. Just a bunch of like actual, developments you need to just live like that. So you definitely gotta give them props for like everything they do. Honestly, like it's definitely not easy to be Amish, to say the least.
Yeah, especially if you
But
gotta live by an old tradition.
but hey,
But um, well, let's talk about me, for example. Have I ever suffered through some, back to the whole subject of mental problems? Yes, I have suffered through many things. I went through depression. This was before I was even a furry. I was, dealing, with that issue. I won't go into details about it because I'm not comfortable with doing that. But I will say, yes, I did go through some mental issues of depression. I ended up going to a hospital for it. I never harmed myself. I just was mentally not eating. Well, mentally, I just wouldn't eat at all. And so they had to take me somewhere because of my nutrition value was very low at one point. I've lost family to mental issues that we were not aware of. And that was also pretty rough because it took me a few years to realize, what happened to someone in my family when they went through that. It was very hard to accept at one point because I was a child. I didn't really comprehend losing somebody that way. It was definitely something though.
nah, that's understandable. It's rough knowing that and not understanding what happened until, you know, you grow up and that's when you find out exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I wish it was easier not to have depression, but depression is so common. And common
Yeah.
and it's too common for the fact that it's also I feel like it's the leading cause of people harming themselves, and I hate that. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately,
I
like it's not
I personally never really understood harming yourself, but I can't really. I'm not judging anybody who has done it. I just don't have the courage to do it. I just never really wanted to, anyways, because I always thought there's always a greener side.
well, I mean, that's To be fair, that's more easier said than done. I just know I feel like it's the fact that people, when it comes to depression, they get so, so down that they feel like they're worthless, and it can just come to that point of harming yourself. And that's where it's the silent killer. Depression is the silent killer, and it sucks because it's. I have like known people in the furry fandom who have actually, done harm themselves, and I don't want to get like too into that subject because it's. I don't like talking about it like that way, or I don't like talking about it because it brings up bad memories. But
it's a very
touchy subject.
Serious episode that we have today.
And
go ahead.
I just hate it. Like, I wish I could help people who just have depression. Like, I wish there was like a cure completely. Like, I know there are medications that people can take, but they can only do so much. I just wish there was a way to just cure depression altogether.
If only it were that simple.
Yeah.
Okay. We can also talk about another thing. It's like, if you guys are suffering through the feelings of going through what?
Wait. I was gonna say, if we're gonna talk about the hotline, we could just put that at the very end. Just like once we get to the end of the episode, we can just say the number, get the number out there, and put it on the screen.
Okay. All right, back to it. So, as you were saying before about you said you were going through some struggles with some friends. Yeah.
Yeah, that I was gonna say.
Oh, there he goes. I'm trying not to laugh because I know this is serious, but your body just makes me laugh sometimes.
Full body. I will make you my bitch.
Hallelujah to full blood.
Okay. Yes, I will say this. I'm fortunately lucky enough to the point where I don't have it. But I can understand, mental problems with my friends. Like, they tell me they have depression. I can't understand it myself, like feel it, like know what they're going through, but I want to be there for them so they don't, do anything to themselves, because I care about them and I love them, and I want them to be, healthy, have a great life. But depression is just such an unmotivational mindset, and because of that, like, one of my friends, he used to be a musician, he used to make a lot of music, but depression's gotten worse over the years that he doesn't make music that much anymore, and it sucks because he was so talented and he could easily like done more. He maybe got himself out there even more, but it's killed his talent, unfortunately. I wish it didn't do that to him. Another
I also
friend
believe
go ahead.
I also believe that if you can't be who you are, I feel like that also leads to depression as well.
I mean, yeah, if you're getting like stumped by, I don't know, let's say friends and family, because usually, especially comes with like when you're getting, if you want to be someone else that you're not, or what's the word to say, like if you want to be like someone else that you want to be badly, but your feelings are getting stomped on by like friends or family, then yeah, that could definitely cause, I would say, depression, maybe even more depression, because you're getting blocked by who you really want to be, by people that's supposed to care and support everything that you want to do and support what you want to feel. That's why I can't understand why some people just don't want to support what their kids want to do. Like, it's the thing with me, my parents don't know that I'm bi because they don't like gay people, so I can never tell them.
Damn,
so that's my at least that's one. Yeah, that's one of my situations at least. It's so it's interesting because they like my friends, even though almost all my friends are gay, but they don't want me to be it. Like they don't mind if any other kids are, that way, but when it comes to me, it's like, no, we can't have that.
Huh. I understand that. But what I will be saying is, this, whatever you're going through, and no matter how bad it is, there's always a tomorrow. There's always another day to do something new and unique. Only you can make yourself better. It's by choice. You can choose to, get help. You can choose just to live with it. But I always recommend people to always, choose to help yourself. Get yourself help if you can. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I can't really think of anything else about, mental things. I think we said enough as it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but my recommendations, like never.
Oh. We're have to. This is gonna be a struggle,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Never keep this to yourself. Please talk with someone about it. Like, talk with your friends. If you have parents who actually, care about. Oh, that just disappeared.
Yeah,
okay.
You did.
Please always get help. That's my recommendation, is have friends you can talk to. If you can actually go to a specialist, a psychiatrist, to actually talk about it, please do. If you have family who, care about your mental health, because we know there are some people out there, or some parents, who just think that it's fake. There are still people who think that depression is fake. And they think it's a made-up thing, which is ridiculous. It's not.
Yeah.
I've seen what real depression is with my friends, and it's not fake. I'm tired of people who say that it's fake. Like, I'm getting really tired of them. But it's, of course, people who was born, like, in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Most of them. Not all of them. There are some who do believe it. But please just find help whatever you can, through either parents, through friends, through a psychiatrist. And if you absolutely need to find help, then I recommend calling the suicide hotline, because everyone's life is important on this earth. Everyone has a absolute need in this world. You just haven't found it yet, and we want you to find it. We want you to live a happy life. We want you to be the best person you can. But depression can kill that, and it can also, in a way, kill you, and we don't want that here. So if you need to, I would say recommend calling the suicide hotline. And let me get the number. The number, we're gonna have it on the screen for you guys just in case you need it. It's gonna be 800-273-8255. And if you do need to call them, please call them. Don't act like, calling them means you're losing a game with your mind, that you're failing at what you're doing. They're there to help you. That is specifically what their job is. They want you to not harm yourself. They want you to live a happy life. And if you need that, if you need them, and you can't find anyone like a friend, psychiatrist, parents, please call them. Please. All right, everyone. Thank you for listening to us. And my recommendation is still those 4 things. Please just find help if you need it, please. Because, as I've said, everyone's life is important in this world. Maybe things may be looking bad, but your life is important. And you'll find what you want to do. And you'll be happy once you get to it. Like, it may be a little struggle, but you will find your true self. But first, if you need help, please get it. But guys, we really appreciate you listening to us. We hope you have. Actually, how do you end it? Oh man,
he has to rely on me to end this fitting. What? Just say, we'll see you guys in the next episode. We do have a special guest coming on next week. His name is Andreas. He is our drag queen and actually knows this being very, very good. This can be one hell of a story, that's for sure, and hopefully it's going to be fun for everybody else.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun time, that's for sure. Just you wait, guys. Just you wait.
All right, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Take care, everyone.